Stay in the middle of the road. When I was younger, someone told me that. And honestly, I had no idea what they meant. It sounded simple, almost too simple, like some cliche old advice grown-ups just throw around. But now that I'm older, after everything I've lived through, I finally understand. The middle is balance. It's alignment. It's the quiet place where everything in your life lines up. Your purpose, your relationships, your finances, your discipline, and your peace. When those things are centered, you move through life differently. You don't force things. You don't chase. You don't break under pressure. You operate with a quiet kind of power. The kind that doesn't need to prove itself. But eventually, the inevitable happens. We sway. We sway to the right and to the left. Sometimes without even realizing how far off course we've drifted. Life hits you with heartbreaks, with losses, with relapses. People switch up. Money goes missing. Your plans fall apart. Your mind gets noisy. Your emotions grab the wheel and pull you to the edges. And suddenly, you're not in the middle anymore. You're living in the extremes. You're reacting instead of responding. You're surviving instead of moving forward. Some people take the hit, wipe the dust off, stop to breathe, and find their way back to the middle, back to the discipline, back to the clarity, and back to purpose. Others forget what the middle even looks like. They stay in the chaos. They normalize the extremes. They think the side of the road is the only road that they can get by on. And little by little, they lose themselves. So what do? We need to find a way to return to the center. We fight for balance like our life depends on it. Because in actuality, it does. Every time you sway and bring yourself back, you grow stronger. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every relapse becomes the data needed to improve. Every heartbreak becomes armor. Every loss becomes wisdom. That's how resilience is built. That's how character is shaped. That's how purpose becomes unshakable. When you finally accept that life isn't about never drifting or swaying, that it's really about how fast you can bounce back, everything changes. You stop panicking when you fail. You stop hating yourself for slipping. You stop treating setbacks like the end of the story. You start treating them like part of the journey. Through all the pain, through all the pressure, through every season you thought would break you, you learned something powerful. The middle is where your strength lives. The middle is where your peace is. The middle is where your promise is. The middle is where you're unstoppable. So I get it. I know it's easier said than done. I know life hits hard. I know some days knock you clear off the road. But you have to stay in the middle of the road. Not perfectly, not every day, but consistently. Coming back to the center again and again, no matter how far you drift and are knocked off. Because the truth is, your life depends on it. Your future depends on it. And every dream you're trying to reach is waiting for you right there in the middle. So stay in the middle of the road.